Hi, this is Mirage. I'm back with you to do another look. A smoky eye, and one of the things that I think people have a hard time with. It's not very difficult. Let's see if I can get this down to maybe 5 minutes or so. The initial thing is always you start with a primer, and you can also do a base. This is NYX Jumbo Stick and Milk. Mine is pretty small. Because depending on how you want the look to be and how dark and things like that, you can also use a black jumbo pencil as well. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is get started with priming and putting the base on my lids, and then I'll be back.
For whose sake are we lying to say that we cool straight? I still love you, but I think that we moved at a fool's pace. The truth tastes kind of sour, but later it turns sweet.
Was do one eye white and the other eye black, just to show you all what the base will actually do. In this case, it doesn't necessarily matter, and white tends to obviously go with anything. The black will help to kind of magnify the depth of color, and that's usually what the base does when you have a certain color. It makes the color pop, essentially. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and finish up. But as you can see, I didn't go as high up and as thick with the base on these eyes, because you want the base to actually be wherever you want the most color impact, and the primer will actually help to pick up the other colors and give the eyeshadow something to hold on to. So I'm going to go ahead and start the bottom part, and then I'll be back.
And then in the end, it's all about winning, and it causes dissension, which all evolves into friction, which is all inefficient, and it's all part of a larger intermission, because I got the balls and I'm big shit.
Okay, so as you can see, there's not much of a difference between using a black base and a white base. The biggest difference is obviously you can still see some of the white. What I also wanted to do was to add just a little color, just to show you all where it's placed. What I did was do all black across my entire lid, and because my eyes are hooded, meaning that I have a little extra skin, I tend to go a little higher up with my eyeshadow that's going to be on my lid. So I'm actually going to go ahead and try with the like a purple color, just to see what it looks like. But you see, I just have the general shape of the eye. The other thing I wanted to discuss really briefly is when you're applying color, you shouldn't go in like a sweeping motion. If you would just pat the color on, if you noticed I was just going in like this with the color, it'll help to deposit the color and help it stick to the actual base of the eyeshadow. Of the base, which is under the eyeshadow. Sorry. You can do this pretty much with any color. If you wanted a traditional smoky eye, you would just use like a brown. A lot of people may think that it's all black, and it's not. I'm actually going to still put a little bit of brown in there because it just kind of helps with the blending process, because you don't want stark lines. So you just take any brown that you have and kind of just put it where the two colors meet. And what you do is you go back and forth in the window washer wiper motion. And you do small circles just to make sure that the colors are blending. If you think about colors in general, and if you had paint on a piece of paper and you swirled the two colors together, they would start to mix. It's the exact same concept with blending colors. So, now once you've done that, you can definitely never feel afraid to go back over anything if you need more black, which I do, because of moving the colors and things like that. You may want to just make it a little darker and a little heavier. Okay, so as you can see, one side is a little darker under the eyes than the other. The other thing about doing a smoky eye, you want to make sure it doesn't look like someone punched you in your face, because that's never cute. So what you do is just go under the eye and do a smooth thin black line. I'm going to clean all of this up. And make sure you have like some concealer or foundation, because that's where a lot of people get lost in translation when they do it. Is that it may fall short because it looks like there's just black everywhere. Cleaning it up. I also don't have any foundation, concealer, or anything on my skin currently. And that's because it's kind of messy. You get a lot of fall off and things like that. So I'll go back in and just clean everything. Wherever I need extra color, just a neutral color to kind of keep everything a little soft, because you don't want too much of a vibrant color at the top. So I would usually do like a champagne color or something like that, just depending on what color I'm blending it with. If I'm doing a brown, I would definitely stick with the brown family, just to make sure that you're not having like just plain bare skin. And it gives it just a little place for the purple, which I use, to meet with another color and blend it out. Anytime you want to soften a line, just take your brush and just gently go over it back and forth. And what it'll do is it'll just kind of blur it out. If you imagine this is paper, it makes this process a lot easier to execute. Okay. Alright, so that's the basic shape and look. And what I will go ahead and do next to line my eyes.
Relationship is in a decline. You make me sick, you crazy bitch. I just wish you wasn't so fine. Over time I notice changes I ain't trying to face. It's like we don't even relate and we turn into roommates. For whose sake are we lying to say that we cool straight? I still love you, but I think that we moved at a fool's pace. The truth tastes kinda sour, but later it turns sweet. If you invest more time, you make the return deep. So I should've studied you and you could've learned me. Apparently we would've learned this wasn't a guarantee. And when I look into your eyes, I can tell you ain't here. And when you talk with me, I hear disrespect really clear. I know you're frustrated, broken, got questions and lots of fears. And I understand them all, cause that's the same way I feel. Real. Well, you was my girl, my girl, my girl. But I'm on top of the world. Without you, girl, you girl, I was on top of the world.
And that is the quick rendition of a basic smoky eye with my lashes. Just get my hair down. This is weird. Let me see. That's it, obviously. Thank you all for watching. Subscribe, and if you have any requests or anything that you would like to see, feel free to let me know and I'll see what I can do. I'll try my best to make sure that I'm conveying everything properly to you, to the best of my ability and my knowledge. Thank you for watching.
I've been working hard at the Pistons. In a car that was hauled off while I tried to fix it. Never made a call to a mistress. Never got my balls and my heart crossed cause it's harder to fix it. And you call this shit, the result is I'm calling you all type of bitches. Since they call you a Christian, then I guess you figured out that we need a benediction.